is your host, A.
And this is Jay.
Wow, what a deep voice.
I'm trying to improve on it.
Are you really?
Yes.
Is that really? For real? Like, are you joking? Or
No.
like, I can't tell.
I am trying to make it more radio sound.
Oh, okay. I just thought that that's something that you were just doing naturally to entice the ladies.
I already have a lady, so I'm good to go.
You know what? There are plenty of other men that don't feel the same way as you, so.
Well, I'm not your typical male.
That is true. You are not.
But we're going to talk about the typical female today.
What is the typical female?
I don't know. There's a lot of stereotypes out there on females.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Well, as we are in the month of March, and it's supposed to be Women's History Month, and last week was International Women's Day. Mm-hmm. A friend of mine actually posted something the other day that was on Thursday, where it said that Thursday was actually Women's International Day because she couldn't make up her mind.
Wah, wah, wah. Wow.
I'm just saying, you know.
So is the idea there that women are like always run behind or can't make up their minds?
I think the whole joke was the stereotype of women are never ready. You know, when you're going out on a date, you show up and there's like, oh, you know, give me another 10 minutes, give me another 30 minutes. I still have to do my hair, you know. I think that's the stereotype joke that he was trying to imply.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, based on my history, I have actually been fortunate to most of my female friends have been on time with me.
Good.
I'm the one that's early. So that gave them the excuse. I'm early, you're on time.
That's coming from, so I asked this question because I was late today.
Yes, you were.
I was the one who made the schedule.
You planned this out. You said I'll be there. And then 30 minutes later.
It's true. This is so true. What can I tell you? So it is a general. It is general.
Yes, it's a generalization. It is a stereotype.
However, I can honestly say for myself that is, I don't know, probably 70-30.
I was going to go 80-20.
Suck it, buddy. What? No. 70-30 is a lot of leeway because typically I am early or on time. Don't give me that look. Did you just really look at me in that tone of voice?
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at you. I looked at the left.
So are you trying to escape this right now? Are you joking me?
Men, be careful.
Mm-hmm. Wait, are you telling them to be careful from me or just in women in general? I'm very confused at this moment.
Well, at this point, I'm really going to say with women in general.
Okay, very good. Smart move. Nice sidestep there, Jay. Nice sidestep.
Well, let's go with another stereotype comment here.
Well, hold on. I don't know. I want people to comment whether they feel that is a true in their own personal experience, obviously, whether it's true or not, because what's true for one person isn't true for other people. But you've known me for 25-ish years.
Yep. A long, long, long time.
A long, long time ago. Sorry. So how... I apologize. How
she
often...
does not sing karaoke.
I do not. Hey. I don't. I suck. Anyways, how many times was I ever late?
Honestly?
Yes.
A lot.
What?
A lot.
Probably true.
A lot.
True. Really?
Yes.
Give me some scenarios. I don't buy this.
When you were my roommate, and I says, "Are you ready to go?" She goes, "No, wait a minute. I gotta go to the bathroom. No, wait a minute. I gotta finish my hair. Wait a minute. I gotta take Lucy out," which was her dog at the time. So no, there was always we're supposed to be driving. No, give me one more second. So no, it was a lot.
All right, so maybe 80-20. Fine. Okay.
So when a woman,
got me.
Yeah. So when a woman says, "Correct me when I'm wrong," do not do it, gentlemen, because she's gonna try to say she's right.
Wait, I just proved that statement wrong just now.
Yeah, but you were fighting me for it.
Well, yes, but you proved it to me. You gave me a certain scenario, and
I'm logical.
And there's logic behind it. You're not giving me fluff. So if I'm wrong, I will gladly, well, maybe not gladly, but I will admit that I'm wrong for sure.
Well, you're a rare breed as well.
That is true. That I don't know if I'm rare, but
oh, you're rare.
Do you want to elaborate on that? What does that mean?
Okay, let's.
Okay. I want to know what that means off the air. By the way, I want to know.
Well, you're not medium well. I mean, you're
what
just...
the hell? So I'm pink in the middle.
I mean, yeah. Well, no, rare is totally pink.
Oh, okay.
Medium well is the pink in the middle.
Okay.
You're just not well done.
Wow. My mama didn't finish me.
Oh my God, I'm snorting for the laughter. Jeez.
That's okay.
Why did I go there?
That's okay. So the second stereotype is that women don't like to be corrected, that they're never wrong, right?
Yeah, that's
the second. I don't know if that's true.
Well, I think women have and this is my opinion from some past experiences. Women think they're never wrong because they always remember things more than men do. I think a woman will remember more when a man screws up and has better memory, while the men are just like, and kind of move on and forget about the whole scenario.
I'm going to disagree with that statement.
You think so?
I disagree. Okay, so I think you're partially right, and I can understand where you're going with that, but I don't think that it's not because they want to be wrong, or it's not that it's not because they want to be wrong. I think it's more that they might remember. I don't think that they remember more than a man. I think that's the incorrect statement that I'm having an issue with. And I think the reason why is because I think what you're saying here is that when women remember things specifically when they're arguing, they typically don't remember logic. They remember emotion.
Okay.
That's okay. And women, before you get pissed at me, don't get mad. That's my personal point of view. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm okay to be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying in my personal opinion, in my point of view, I feel like women I know I do. I know that when I argue, I know that it's coming from an emotional state. Typically, and you are a man, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. Typically, men argue logic.
At least I like to think so.
They think logically, right? They don't really think emotionally. So
True. Yeah, they think more on that. I'm blubbering here. They think more on the facts, versus the feeling.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's say, for instance, you and I are having an argument, right? And you know what? We were roommates. We argued. Well, not really, not really, but we disputed about the dishes being done.
Yes.
That was like our biggest thing.
Yeah, that was the biggest.
That was the only really issue that we had.
Yeah, you would always rag on me on that one. It was like, make sure you put the dishes in the dishwasher. Don't leave them in the sink.
Yes. Okay, well, I don't sound like that.
No, you don't sound like that, but I got the raspy voice. It's like,
maybe I sound like that when I'm sick, but but yes, okay, so in my mind, I'm thinking emotionally, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've told you, I don't even know how many times, blah, 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 right? So I'm thinking emotionally, you're thinking, whatever, they'll get done, right? Like you're thinking logic.
Well, I'm thinking like, yeah, I'll be putting them away here shortly.
Yes. And then in my mind, if I'm arguing, I'm going, you've done it this time, this time, this time, this time, and I'm keeping a tally, right? And you're thinking, oh my gosh, can she stop nagging? Right.
Well, a little bit.
Right. Well, because that's the logic.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you're thinking of. You're not thinking about the other things. I feel like that's the different points of views that men and women have.
Yeah.
In general, obviously there's other circumstances and different scenarios, but for instance, I feel like that's the different, or even if it's two women or two men, one's more feminine dominated versus the other that might be more masculine dominated. So let's just take it in that terminology, right? So I feel like women, I don't feel like they think that they're right. Well, I don't know. Maybe they do. I'm going to correct myself. I'm not sure. I feel like they just.
Well, I may not be right, but I'm never wrong.
You think that's what they're thinking? I don't know about that.
It's just.
It's possible. It's for sure possible. I don't know.
That was an old joke I learned when I was a kid. I think my dad mentioned that. It says, yeah, may not be right, but she's never wrong.
Well, I don't know. I'm all about, and you know this. If I'm wrong, call my rear out. Call me out.
Yeah.
Call me out nicely. I'm not saying like you freaking liar. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
don't make a scene and cause
Like you just called me out.
But I cordial. I was cordial about it.
Exactly. You called me out. You're like, no.
And we're in a private setting that's gone public on recording. It's not like we're in the middle of a restaurant. Yeah,
but at the same
in the middle
time,
of a restaurant and like. Yeah.
But at the same time, I did ask for it. I'm like, all right, well, give me an example. And you did. I'm like, well, damn. Okay.
Yep.
The end of that. So it went from 70-30 to
80-20, which is again what I said before. So I was right again.
So you were right. I don't know about again, but let's simmer down there, buddy. Let's simmer down. You can just say you were right. That you don't have to say again. That is an unnecessary adage to the sentence.
Welcome to our world, gentlemen, ladies and gents.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily
now, and I think it's a cultural stereotype because the reality is men do the same crap.
You think?
I think so too.
All right, tell me about that. Let's explore that a little bit more.
Oh, because I guarantee, and I know there's probably some out there, not me. Mm-hmm. I'm always early, but I'm sure there are guys that are late with women.
Yeah.
When they promise that they're going to be there at 8:00 to pick them up.
Yeah.
And they don't show up till 8:30.
Yeah.
And that's.
I just caught myself in my own, now that I'm thinking back, as you're talking, of course I'm listening to you because you're right. You're 100% right that there's, scenarios where men, say, well, I'm going to be there and, they're not there at a certain time for sure. Right. But I feel like those are men that don't care in general. I mean, if they're frequently on time and, they, cancel or they can't be there on time for whatever reason, then, I don't feel like that's somebody saying that they don't care. If somebody is consistently late when they're telling somebody, I'm going to be there on time, I feel like they don't care whether it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
I'm going to backstep for a moment because I know we were talking about men. I feel like that's true for either men or women.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that that's just a man thing. If you don't care enough about that person's time, I feel like you're being disrespectful.
Yeah, totally agree.
And as I'm saying these words, right, I'm just point the finger at myself. I don't like to be rushed. So from my 20s, when I knew you, right?
Mm-hmm.
My 20s, when I knew you. Well, I still know you. So way back when is when I'm talking about when we were roommates. To now. Now I know that, I mean, back then it wasn't anything important. Back then we were just going to a club. I mean, let's be real.
True.
But it was the later the better at that point. You, however, you are so Capricorn, it's not even funny. Like you are, no. On time, I'm like, dude, it's a club, simmer down, right? Now, if we have a dinner date or we have a wedding to get to, that's different. Like we have to be there in a timely fashion, right? But I just caught myself when you were saying that, and I was like, oh, I don't like to be rushed. But now that I'm older, I know that, all right, I have to be here. Let's say I have to be somewhere at 6. Now I know that I tell myself I have to be somewhere at 5:30. And I have to start getting ready at this time. Otherwise, I'll be behind. Now, this morning, I was just watching a movie and working out. So I'm sorry. That's my bad.
So I think the lesson learned here is when you say you're going to be somewhere, say at 7, put it in your mind that it's going to be actually 6 so that you'll get there by 6:30 and still be there on time.
That's usually what I do. Yes. This morning was not that morning because, as I told you, I woke up at a very stupid hour. So,
yeah, no.
And I was not able to go back to bed. So I'm working on 2 cups of caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably need a 3rd cup soon, too.
No, I'll probably need a nap soon. My daily nap. I wish I had a daily nap.
Oh, sometimes when I'm at work. Yeah. But let's stay on topic.
Yes, let's stay on topic. I'm so sorry.
No naps.
No naps. Well, yes, nap later, but not right this moment. So are there any other stereotypes that you can think of that, like, you have found true? Like, you mentioned one earlier, how you're not the typical male. And then I said, you can go out and, did you change your voice? I forget what I said verbatim, but are you changing your voice for the ladies? And you're like, no, I already have a lady, right?
Correct.
So I guess.
Finally.
Yes, and you're happy. I get it. Stop rubbing it in my face.
No, it's been a long time coming.
It's true. It really has been a long time coming. So because I guess is your perception of men that they're dogs?
Oh, there are many. I'm just not one of them.
So that's your perception that men are dogs?
Plenty of them.
Plenty of them, yes.
Yes. I see myself, and we've had this discussion before, and I think we've mentioned it before on a past episode, how I'm a little bit more old school.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more traditional, in the sense of I want to get to know the person more, spend time with them and all that, to know I'm not just going to have a one-night stand, sleep with somebody and all that stuff, which currently that's a lot of the current generation. Mm-hmm. I'm just not that way.
So even now with the current generation, even in prior generations, that was also the generalization.
Yeah, and I mean, they're all generalizations because people fooled around even back then and stuff like that, and it was probably not as prominent, because of the conservatism and maybe religious stuff, mm-hmm. So there's all those factors in there.
Sure.
I just know that me personally, I mean, I have not been a saint. I've had my moments in the past.
We all.
Yeah. But as I grew up and got wiser, mm-hmm. I know now more how I want to act and behave, and that's the path I've chosen. I'm not going to a bar to pick up a girl to have a one-night stand just to have a fling, mm-hmm. and say, hey, I got a notch on my bedpost. Some guys do. Some girls do. There's a song out there now that, girls are players too,
Is there?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually a very popular song on pop radio right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I mean...
Apparently, I don't listen to pop radio, so...
So, in all reality, it goes both ways. It's no matter what stereotype you can joke about with one or the other, mm-hmm. they fall for both sides.
Sure.
And life's a balance, one with the other. So I don't think there's any one stereotype that dominates any one culture, sex, religion, or anything. They all pretty much balance out with each other.
You think so?
I believe so in the overall scheme of things.
Okay.
But yeah, I've known many man whores.
Oh.
In the past, and I'm just not one of them.
No, I have never seen you to be one of them.
Yeah. So,
and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have any friends that are that way, because if they behave in that manner, I cut it out. I cut them out, because that's not the energy I want to be around. So my friends, and I mean, they're few.
And many of your friends are mutual friends that we've known together. Yeah. So, excuse me, everybody out there in podcast land.
Was that a hiccup?
It was kind of a mixed hiccup and a burp.
It's a hiccup? It's a hiccup.
Hiccup.
I don't know what you would call that.
We're going to create vocabulary here. Hiccup.
Listen to that Urban Dictionary.
But overall, again, staying on topic with stereotypes, in all reality, I think it flows on both sides. Men do similar things that women do. Women do things that men do. And it all, in the overall universe, I think it all balances out. It's just stand-up comedians, our broadcast today, just like to joke about it and bring it up every now and then and just have it as a topic of conversation.
So then what it comes down to is know yourself, but don't assume it from somebody else.
I think that would be a great conclusion to this episode and on the moral of the story.
You're welcome, everybody.
So, just like G.I. Joe back in the day, knowing is half the battle.
God, I love G.I. Joe, man. I used to love those cartoons.
So, we'll save that comment for another episode.
What, G.I. Joe?
Cartoons.
Oh, cartoons?
80s cartoons and
I loved it.
And the difference with them from then and now.
By the way, okay, you know what? No, we're going to focus, right? Because that is our goal, you guys. We've gotten feedback, and although funny, we do steer off topic.
Very much too much, actually.
A little too frequently, especially after having a glass of wine or two.
Yeah.
So we're going to focus. And by the way, moving forward, we will eventually give me a cue on the little dun 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 or something.
No,
not that one.
Not that one either.
That was definitely a good. No.
Well, let's applaud what we're going to be doing.
All right. Well, that's after, but I try again.
No.
Oh God.
No.
Oh, my daydream. For goodness sake.
We'll just applaud.
Okay, how about we don't do anything at all? And moving forward, well, not after this episode, but after a few more episodes.
In a very near future.
Yes, very near future. We don't know how very or how near.
It will be.
But it will be sometime in the future. We will be revealing our names.
Officially.
So
it's no more just a letter.
Exactly. And
although my name is kind of already 2 letters.
No, that's your nickname, not your actual name. But anyways, and
we're going to reveal our faces.
Yeah.
We are working behind the scenes.
Yes.
To improve this broadcast in many, many ways because it has been rough.
Yes.
But we want to bring it up another notch.
Yes.
And we have plans of actually now video recording these episodes.
Yeah.
And you will soon be able to find us on. No, I don't have a drum roll. Where's my drum roll? There we go. You're welcome. I got to work on the sound machine.
That's okay. It's the Miami sound machine.
Sound machine. We will be on YouTube.
Okay, now you can applaud. That's the yellow button. No! Oh my God.
There we go, yeah. Oh my God. See?
We're a freaking disaster.
I tell you, we do not know what we're doing, but we're trying to make it better.
I would really have loved to have caught that live because that was chaotic. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so yes, that's what we're going to be doing. That's what we are working on. And hopefully everybody joins us on YouTube and follows us and enjoy listening to us as well as watching our faces as we talk.
Yeah, and be afraid. Be very afraid.
No, like, where is that from? Be afraid. Be very afraid.
I don't know. It was a movie. We have so many back end references that
We really
just
do.
pop out of nowhere.
We do.
So
Hopefully that's one of the quirks that you guys like.
yeah, hopefully that is stuff that you actually enjoy from us. And I'm going to learn how to manipulate the soundboard that we've been trying to play with the last few episodes, and actually put sounds that actually make sense to us versus what I've been doing.
Granted, this is something that we should be doing off air, but
Yeah.
guess what? You get to enjoy it.
You get to enjoy the chaos.
That is how they feel.
Yeah.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for another wonderful episode
Of the Unfiltered Grapevine. Let's finish that statement, yeah?
Hello. Now I sound like Jerry Lewis. Hello, lady. Hello.
You know, I used to watch his marathons.
Oh, I used to watch the NBA every year, which actually was always in September with the Labor Day weekend.
Was it?
Yep. I still get emails from them
Aw.
for donations.
Isn't that the cerebral palsy?
Muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy. Okay.
So, but so
bless
there's a charity for everybody. Muscular dystrophy. It's still a fight that's out there for everybody. Well, again, thank you very much for listening to this chaotic episode, and we will catch you on the flip side.
This is A.
This is Jay.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, to listening to the Unfiltered Grapevine. Please visit our website, unfilteredgrapevine.com, and become a Patreon member, or visit our merchandise shop and purchase one of our several products. Like and subscribe. We'll listen to you next time. Thanks again. Bye.